Each time a dot expression is evaluated, an attribute must be looked up for an object. The expression gives you the object, and name gives you the name of the attribute to look up. But looking up an attribute by its name is actually a process that looks in multiple places. Both instances and their classes have attributes that can both be accessed using dot expressions. And here's how a dot expression gets evaluated. First, the expression to the left of the dot gets evaluated. Now we have an object. Name is matched against the instance attributes of that object. If an attribute with that name exists, its value is returned. So we look first in the instance itself. In the account example, the instance attributes are the balance and the holder. However, there are other names that you can put after the dot. You can put a class attribute name there as well. And so, if no instance attribute is found with that name, then the name is looked up in the class of that object, at which point we find a class attribute value. That value is the value of the whole expression, unless it is a function, in which case a bound method is returned instead, for which the object of the dot expression is already filled in as the argument self. So this process is just one of those things that you need to memorize. Kind of like looking up names in environments looks in multiple frames. Here we have a process for looking up a name that first looks in the instance and then in its class. In addition to dot expressions, there's a built-in function called getAttr, which can also look up an attribute by its name. So in addition to writing tomaccount.balance for an account object called tomaccount, we could also write get the attribute balance for tomaccount, which does exactly the same thing. There's also a hasAttr built-in function, which will tell you whether an attribute of this name exists, either for tomaccount the instance or its class. GetAttr and dot expressions look up a name in the same way. And looking up an attribute name in an object may return either one of its instance attributes or one of the attributes of its class.